Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go over some basics for Lab 4. I'm just going to go over a couple tools that'll help you guys get started. So first, I'm going to go over the select by attributes and select by location and how are these are similar and how are these are different. So as you can see, we have a whole bunch of hospital points, but we only care about the ones that are located within Whatcom County. So we can do this one of two ways. So we can either select by attributes, and I'll click up here, and we will use the hospitals, and we can add a clause, which is very easy. So we're going to select it by county is equal to, and we will scroll down to Whatcom County. We will add that and click run. And so now our two hospitals that we care about in Whatcom County are selected. And if we go up to the attribute table for hospitals, we can click on the selected and see that they are also selected in here. So we will go ahead and clear that selection. And we will select these same two hospitals by using select by location. So we will have hospitals as the feature layer, and we can either do intersect, we can do within. There's a lot of options for you guys, but I'll just leave it at that. And so the hospitals overlap this Whatcom County or census blocks population layer. So we could either put the Whatcom County or the census block population, and we will just click run, and that will select both of them as well. And if we also go back down to the attribute table, they are selected there again. So the difference between these two methods is that the select by attributes tool is going into the table specifically and selecting fields that are similar to what we had expressed in the clause. So when the field is county and you select Whatcom County, it's only going to select the ones in Whatcom County. And so you're taking information in the field and you're highlighting it on the map, whereas select by location is taking information from the map and highlighting it in the attribute table. And so how the select by location is different, it's doing it based on the geographic reference of the map and the locations between the two layers that you put into it. So they both can give you the same output, but you're going to want to use them for different reasons, depending on what type of analysis you are doing or what information you are trying to select. Another cool thing about the select by attributes tool is if you need to use a more complicated equation other than just this add clause, you can click SQL, and that leaves it open for you to write your own equation, or for in terms of your lab, you are asked to use a specific equation. So you can just copy and paste that in, and we'll click run. And so now, as you can see, all of your densely populated census block groups with a population of 400 or above is selected. And if you go into the census blocks population attribute table, you'll see they're all selected here as well, and you can see how many of them are selected. Another part of your guys' lab is to use tools like the buffer tool. So we can use our hospitals and we can create a 3-mile buffer around them. I think that's what you guys are asked to do, so we'll do that. And so we'll use the select by location tool. So we will input our census block population, and we will use intersect the buffer that we just created. And we'll click run, and so now it selects all of the block zones that touch or some part of them fall within these buffers. I'm going to go ahead and clear that selection. You can use the clip tool. As you can see, the roads are kind of all over the place, and we don't really care about all the ones outside of our buffer zone, so we will use the input feature as Whatcom roads, and we will clip it by our buffer, and we'll click run. And it'll create a new feature layer for you, so we'll take off all this. And so now that's all left is only the roads in our buffer that we are concerned about. We can also do the same task if we used the intersect tool. So we will input the feature of the Whatcom County roads and our buffer, and we will click run. And that also creates a feature layer. So let me take off the clip one. And this also only shows us the roads that are inside our buffer area that we are concerned about. Now the difference between these two is when you open up the clipped roads layer attribute table, it only has information about the current ones in there, versus if the intersect, the attribute table actually kind of joins, so it has all of the information included from the buffer. So if you cared about retaining that information and keeping it, then you would more want to do an intersect versus a clip. That could be more just for cartographic reasons for your map. And I think that should be enough information for you guys to finish Lab 4. If you guys have any questions about any of these tools or wanted more explanation, you guys can go to the Esri help files and they will have a page for each tool in detail.